Good evening, and welcome to this week's episode of Strange Tales from Beyond. I am your host, but tonight I'm more of a guide, really, as I lead you down into the deep, dark, and eerie subterranean world below. Who knows what amazing wonders or nightmarish horrors we may find there, so grab your flashlight and don't get lost. Follow me as I present to you Thomas's tale of the Lizard Men. In the heart of the bustling city, where the hum of life echoed above ground, Thomas found solace below. A civil engineer by day, he had an insatiable curiosity that led him into the labyrinthine tunnels and forgotten sewers of the urban underbelly. Each expedition was a thrill, filled with the promise of forgotten histories and strange wonders. One crisp autumn night, armed with nothing but a flashlight and a well-worn journal, Thomas slipped into a nearby manhole. He had heard whispers of old drainage systems and abandoned railways, but what he stumbled upon was beyond anything he had imagined. Hours had passed as he wandered further into the damp, dark tunnels. He had never explored anything this vast before. As he ventured ever further, deeper and deeper into the tunnels, the air thickened with the scent of earth and decay. The walls, once rough and unyielding, began to transform into something extraordinary. Moss-covered bricks glistened under the beam of his flashlight, and the echo of dripping water created an eerie symphony. Then he saw it. A massive stone archway, intricately carved with ancient symbols. Thomas stepped through, heart racing into a vast underground cavern illuminated by bioluminescent fungi. The sight took his breath away. Towering spires made of dark stone, with winding pathways and pools of shimmering water, all teeming with life. But as he explored, he became aware of movement in the shadows. Shapes emerged, gliding silently across the uneven stone. He blinked, and his heart dropped. Lizard-like figures stood before him, tall, with scaly skin glinting in the soft light. Their eyes, slitted and intelligent, locked onto him with a predator's focus. Panic surged through Thomas. He turned on his heel and sprinted back the way he came, the echoes of his footsteps mingling with the sounds of pursuit behind him. The lizard men, agile and swift, were hot on his trail, their hissing voices a chilling reminder that he had intruded on their domain. The tunnels twisted and turned, a maddening maze. He could hear the shouts and hisses of the lizard men growing louder, the echo of their claws scraping against stone reverberating in his ears. Just when he thought he might escape, he stumbled into a wide chamber, the ceiling soaring above him. He darted to the side, ducking behind a stalagmite, breathless and trembling. But there was no time to rest. The lizard men were relentless, their shadows creeping closer. Thomas took a deep breath and pushed forward, the beam of his flashlight cutting through the darkness, leading him to an exit he could barely remember. He charged ahead, urgency fueling his escape. Finally, he spotted the dim light of the surface, an opening where the ceiling of the tunnel broke into a narrow shaft. He surged forward, climbing with every ounce of strength he had left. As he burst through the surface, the cold night air hit him like a wave. But the lizard men were right behind him, emerging from the depths. As they reached the outside world, they froze, blinded by the brightness of an overhead streetlight. Thomas took that split second to scramble away, heart pounding, not daring to look back. He sprinted through the alleyways and onto the streets, his feet pounding against the pavement, adrenaline surging through him. Finally, he reached the safety of his apartment building, gasping for breath, his mind racing. What had he seen? What were those creatures? He sat on the floor of his living room, back against the door, replaying the encounter in his mind. It felt surreal, like a fever dream. Days turned into weeks, and though life returned to normal, Thomas could not shake the haunting memory of the lizard men. He found himself drawn back to the city's underground, searching for answers. But every manhole and sewer entrance felt different, as if the world had shifted. And no matter how hard he tried, he was never again able to retrace his steps and find his way back to that hidden subterranean realm. He longed to return. There was something deep within him, a pull towards the unknown, a desire to understand the hidden world beneath his feet. But the terror that came from his first encounter would forever linger in the shadows of his mind. A reminder that there were mysteries in the world that were better left untouched. Thank you for listening. We hope you enjoyed tonight's dark and creepy tale. If you did, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when new videos drop. Until then, remember, sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction.